Hello everyone, this is Taranya, Assistant Professor of English, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So, in this video, we are going to see word formation, prefixes and suffixes. What is word formation? Word formation is the process of creating new words by adding prefixes or suffixes to a base or root word. For example, happy, unhappy, teach, teacher, use, useful. So, the prefix, root word, suffix is the combination. Prefix, a group of letters added to the start of a root word to change its meaning or tense. What is a root word? The base word that gives the word its meaning. What is a suffix? A group of letters added to the end of the root word to change its meaning or tense. So, what is empathize? Why do students struggle with vocabulary? Difficulty understanding the long words. For example, misunderstanding. It is understanding, misunderstand, understood. So, there are so many words that could form from a single word itself. So, it is the reason for students getting confused. Memorizing meaning without understanding the structure. Confusion in spelling. Fear of unfamiliar words. The words look complex, but they all follow a structure. Let us see what are the structures are. So, the define. The core problem is students often memorize vocabulary instead of understanding how words are formed. The solution is break the words into prefix, root word and suffix. For example, disagreement. So, dis is not, agree is accept, meant is state, meaning state of not agreeing to that. So, this is how we form a prefix, a root word and a suffix. So, this is how we understand how the words are formed. So, understanding how to use prefixes and suffixes effectively. Prefixes modify the meaning, usually don't change parts of speech. Suffixes modify the meaning as well as the parts of speech. The prefixes structure are vocabulary enhancement, meaning change, modified word, root word, and that is how prefix is made. A prefix is added at the beginning of the word. It changes the meaning of the word. So, let us see how it is. Prefixes usually do not change the word class, that is noun, verb or adjective. So, the common prefixes are un, that means not, d, that means reduce or remove, dis, dis, opposite of, co, together, re, again, miss, miss, wrongly or falsely. For example, happy, unhappy, agree, disagree. See, the word, the class of the word doesn't change. The negative prefixes are un, dis, in, im, ill, ir. So, these all used depending on the first letter of the root word. For example, in is used in front of incorrect, incomplete, im before p, b and m. Impossible, imbalance, il, illegal, ir, irregular. The rules for these negative prefixes are the prefix changes to make pronunciation easier. Suffix. Suffix in English morphology is word base, new word, grammatical category and the meaning totally changes. So, this is how suffix works in English grammar. The most common words of suffixes are able, able to be, full, ful, full, that means full of, less, that means without, ly, in a certain manner and it is mostly used for adverbs. Ment, meant, action, ness, a state of quality. Suffixes added at the end of the word and suffixes often change the word class. Prefixes never change the word class and suffixes often change the word class. For example, teach is a verb and teacher is a noun. Happy is an adjective and happiness is a noun. The noun forming suffixes are er or or, ness, teach, teacher, act, actor, happy, happiness, kind, kindness. tion, sion, educate, education, decide, decision, discuss, discussion. If word ends in consonant plus y, change y to I. Happy is happiness. Adjective forming suffixes are full, able, IBLE, less, beauty, beautiful, possible, read, readable, less, hopeless, hope from hopeless. Adverb forming suffixes are ly, quick, quickly. Verb forming suffixes are iz, ise, modern, modernize. Important spelling rules in word formation is suffix ist means a person who is doing something. For example, artist, scientist. Ideate. The breaking complex words. Misunderstanding, misunderstand, ing. International, international. Irresponsibility, irresponsible, itty. So the prototype for word construction are the root word is act, and we can form numerous words like action, active, activity, actor, react. So for the test we have break and identify the parts. Impossible, that is im plus possible. Disagreement, that is disagreement. So this is how we use prefix and suffixes. So thank you for listening.